Salute to God, the Most High, the creator of everything. Salute to all my day ones. Y'all know how the intro goes. You know what I mean? Salute the brother in the cut who will be here a little later on and join me on the platform and get it in as we always do. You know what I'm saying? And listen, man, trolls only God and your mama can love you one time, and we got to give them two salutes to the God because we rose this morning, y'all. And I'm talking about the spiritual father, not that colonial biblical God that they created. Okay, not talking about that God. All right, here we go. Y'all know how it is. This is our racist kitchen. I am one half of the self-proclaimed Black Charlie Jerks. If it was okay for Charlie Kirk to go around and dispel rumors, and mispew this information, you know what I'm saying? Spew this information, misinformation, I guess what I'm trying to say, then it's okay for us to shed some light on the truth within your culture as well. Now, good white folks, fall back. This isn't about you. We never want you offended. We rock with you. We love you. We vibe you. You are always invited to the cookout. But these individuals, such as the ones on my screen, will never be invited to the cookout. Okay, these are all the things that Charlie Kirk, and Steven Crowder, and Matt Walsh, and Benny, what's his name, Benny, John, the Benny guy. They can be out here addressing their own culture, but they're not. Watch this. I couldn't wait to bring this to you. Neferkari Dessalines, y'all go subscribe right now. My man doing a series called The Culture, and everything that they don't put on this white mainstream media because they control it, my man is putting it out there. So here's all the stories you don't hear, but this one stood out to me. Y'all check this out.
Man, shout out to y'all. Not really, but shout out to y'all. Anyway, next story. An Oklahoma teenager avoids any prison time despite being convicted for crimes against women.
I need you to stop and listen to this story because this predator's face needs to be everywhere. His name is Jesse Mack Butler, and he's 18, a high school athlete from Stillwater, Oklahoma, which is the same town where Oklahoma State University is. His dad, Mack Butler, is OSU's former director of football operations, and his mom, maybe even his sister, still work at OSU, and that'll matter in a second. Oh, and by the way, make sure that follow button. So, when Jesse was 17, he was charged as an adult, facing 78 years in prison for SA and horrific assaults that left at least one girl hospitalized. One victim said that she told him no, and he choked her until she blacked out. Doctors say 30 more seconds and she would have been dead. When she came to, he did it again because he wanted to record it on his phone. So, he pled guilty, admitting what he did, and he was set to spend decades behind bars. But then, Judge Susan Worthington comes along, a woman with deep ties to OSU and its athletic community. She stepped in and reclassified him as a youthful offender, and that single move wiped out the entire adult conviction and the 78-year sentence that came along with it. From there, he changed his plea to no contest, which still means he admitted to what he did, and the court found a factual basis for every charge. But how long did he get? Well, it certainly wasn't 78 years. He got 150 hours of community service. Along with it came a curfew, counseling, and supervision by the Office of Juvenile Affairs until his 19th birthday, which is less than a year away. After that, the state's jurisdiction ends, and his record gets expunged, no SO list. His psychological evaluation and rehabilitation plan are sealed, so the public can't even see why the court thought he deserved to walk free. And according to people close to the case, he's still messaging girls, asking if they're single, asking to hook up, while he is still enrolled, at least virtually, at Stillwater High School. Meanwhile, his victims live with the trauma the court can't erase. This is what happens when power protects privilege. Someone can admit everything, face nearly 8 decades, and walk out with community service, all because of who he's connected to and a plea deal. If that doesn't make you furious or beyond furious, it should, because this isn't justice, it is permission. He will offend again, probably next year at college where he has alcohol to help ply his victims.
Now, welcome to...
Yeah. And it's going to get worse. You know what I mean? But nah, white privilege don't exist. Entitlement don't exist. There's no control and no biasness in your justice system. No, we're imagining things. Right? We're imagining things. Come on, man.
To the culture. Welcome to the culture. As you can see, these stories just get buried off into the headlines, man. Just get buried off into the headlines for everybody to see, right? But I'm sure, like I said, if the suspect was black, oh man, Matt Walsh will be coming out the woodwork. Benny Johnson will be jumping out the bushes. man, if Charlie Kirk was still around, Charlie Kirk would be added his 2 cents. But of course, because it's just a good old American boy, good old baseball playing boy, we're not gonna hear about it. So he's gonna go to college, and I'm sure he's going to be targeting women, definitely for sure. A woman is probably.
What do you have to say now? See, I like to bring receipts. I like to show proof. I'm not just on here making up statistics. You know what I mean? It's true that 77%, well, let me put it this way. It's true that 29% of white males, middle age, will become 77% of those incriminated for sexual deviant acts against minor children. Go look at the stats. Y'all yell 1350, which is a lie. We're exonerated at 50% of crimes that we're falsely accused for. We make up 13% of the population. We're not making up 50% of the crime. Okay? It's not enough of us to do that. That's another skewed number. But 2977 is very accurate. Go look it up. Go look it up. It's very accurate. And this is for the racists. This is for the bigots, those neo-Nazis, those white supremacists, those white nationalists, those white Christian evangelicals, those core of white hatred groups, man. Because it takes energy to hate. But here it is right here. Privilege and entitlement. Now, I agree with Neferkari. Had this been a black guy, the world right now would be in an uproar. You'd probably be trying to break him out of jail yourself in white mobs and take him down in the middle of Main Street or Times Square somewhere and lynch this brother yourself. Lynch this brother yourself. It would be an uproar. Think about how many black men were murdered during the times of slavery, Reconstruction, Jim Crow, and all this when you couldn't even look at a white woman. Think about the fall of Black Wall Street, Sarah Rollins and Dick Page. Think about Sarah Page and Dick Rollins, excuse me. Think about the story of Emmett Till. Think about this, y'all. But it's all right for this guy. And he's going to see the rest of his life normally. Because his power, his family has power. His father was in his life and he's still an animal. Charlie Kirk always spoke against the black culture because most of our fathers weren't there. It wasn't by choice. It wasn't by choice. See, there were programs created. Programs created. Not to mention, mass incarceration, the war on drugs, Medicare, SNAP, Section 8, HUD, where women had to make a choice to allow the government to be the fathers, and the government would not allow fathers in the home for women to receive these benefits. But we're not going to talk about that, right? We're not going to talk about that. I ain't want to draw this out too long. I just want to show y'all the difference and the indifference when we get on here and we expose the racism in the system. You're forever saying, oh, we're crying victim and black people stop doing this and black people doing that. White people stop touching damn children. White people stop doing deviant sexual acts to your freaking pets. White people stop doing mass shootings. Stop it. Cut it out. Go seek some mental health, man. There is something wrong with a certain demographic of people within your community. There are animals. They never graduated from Neanderthal elementary. And with that being said, y'all already know, man. I'm gonna make this short. So haters, be sure to hit that thumbs down. I'm enjoying this. And wait till I turn the comments off. I'm gonna really piss you off. You know what I mean? Because I control this over here. Your white power, your entitlement, and your privilege means nothing here on this black platform. You know what I'm saying? It means nothing to me and brother in the cut. Nothing at all. Because we're going to get the message and the truth out there one way or the other. And more content creators are starting to speak up about the truth. And I appreciate this brother speaking up about the truth. Real talk. And y'all saw a white guy exposing this story that Neferkari used. You're going to hate him too? I told you. See, those are good white folks. They know the truth. They are helping us. They are helping us raise awareness to these situations and the propaganda. Man, listen, man, get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one. Get your one-on-one with your higher power. I'll be back for more, man. Y'all stay prayed up, stay blessed up, stay meditated up, stay protected, stay real, stay conscious, stay uncut. Be inspired, be great, be you. And this ain't it. I'm going to show you what Charlie Kirk should have done. I'm going to show you. I'll show you.